Seems like the market has been going up the last hour since I've been doing my research. It always pains me. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Zebec, by the way. But it always pains me when you kind of like see the negative comments, especially with a project that's just simply doing a correction. I've come to the understanding that everybody in crypto, new or old, just seem in some cases, and I'm not saying everybody, but most people in crypto, new or old, don't seem to understand the dynamics of volume, the price action, sentiment, corrections, profit taking, overhead for any type of utility or a project that has a use case that generates revenue. It's just like any other business. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why there is a high chance that Zebec becomes a $1 billion project. And I'm not just talking about 1 billion. I'm talking about 10 billion and up. So if you like these type of videos, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We're going to be breaking down the road to a 10 to 20 billion dollar market cap in this video, and I do appreciate everybody in the ZBCN community. You guys are always very, very, very supportive, and I do appreciate that. So make sure that you engage with the video. Let me know your price targets or your market cap targets for Zebec. Now, of course, this is not financial advice. This is just purely entertainment. But we gotta talk about Zebec. Before we get into that, I want to point out that the total 3 is printing a confirmation candle above prior resistance at about a $931 billion market cap. This is actually bullish going into the next week. The week may have not been closing in like how you expected. I know y'all only expect prices to go up, but in my opinion, this is actually foreshadowing what's to come, and especially with that uptick of volume and the decrease in the Bitcoin dominance. For Zebec, due to it being a SOL token, I like to pay attention to Solana opposed to ETH. Yes, ETH is a major player when we talk about altcoin season, but at the end of the day, ZBCN is a SOL token, and at the end of the day, Solana still has some work to do to get in that area like we see from ETH as far as a breakout. We would love to see SOL get above the 50-day moving average and actually turn this in to support, coupling with a bullish cross with the 50-day, with the 21-day crossing over the 50-day, sort of like a mini golden cross there. So we do have resistance at the 786, which is about $200. But if SOL can get above $200, there's a good chance it can go to retest the highs that are almost about $300. So this is actually a good thing for Solana, is that we are seeing momentum on the stock RSI, momentum on the price action, and momentum on the volume that's coming in a week. In fact, the trenches have been going crazy. A lot of stuff happening on chain, and the trenches are becoming easier every day, and onboarding normies is becoming easy as well. As you can see that the retail is starting to return to crypto. It's, we're sitting at about 24, so it's not like it's exploding or we just like FOMO, but people are starting to take note of what's happening in the cryptocurrency market, especially from a surface level when you think about what's going on with XRP and some of the legacy tokens. Now, ZBCN, unfortunately, is resetting, which is, in my opinion, positive. It's healthy. It allows people to come back and DCA, maybe bring their averages down if they brought in at the top. So many people in the comments on Twitter just complaining about this and that. And it's like, if you really understood how lucrative this niche that they are working to disrupt is, then you know that you're holding literally diamonds. I think that this is an optimal chance for anybody that believes in Zebec, as the stock RSI on the weekly goes for a reset. It's a good chance that we do get a buy signal if the the project can hold the moving averages. Normally my buy signals go off if the project can hold the 50-day moving average and also a reset on the stock RSI. So it's a good chance that that does happen. And again, ZBCN, in my opinion, is putting in a healthy correction. Regardless if it goes lower, or even comes back to retest 201, I think this project is prime to hit billions of dollars. Now, let's talk about it, right? This is Zebec ZBCN analysis, strategic path to a 10 to $20 billion market cap. We know that it's attacking a $1 trillion industry, which is the payroll industry, right? traditional assets to digitize 950 trillion, real-time payments 157 billion. Our model is predicting a 35% CAGR growth rate, and they also have real clients right now. But before we actually get into that, Zebec is about 203 at the time of this video, sitting at a $284 million market cap with over 50,000 monthly users. Now let's talk about the competitive landscape, right? I really like to focus on this because this gives you an example of why Zebec is criminally undervalued here. We got Circle, Stripe, Rippling, Deal. These are all like payment infra, and you can see Stripe, for example, very popular payment platform. And it's sitting at a 70 billion valuation, and they do payment processing. Circle is a stablecoin issuer, sitting at a 16.6 billion evaluation. Rippling, which is an HR and payroll. Now they don't have a token; they're more of a Web 2 payroll platform, but they're also sitting at north of a $10 billion evaluation at 16.8. And global payroll right here, Deal, is sitting at 12 billion. So now you're looking at the Web3 payments and DePIN payments. This is the early stage, and we're sitting at a $284 million market cap compared to all of the rival competitors, where none of them is attacking Web3 and allowing, right, instantaneous payroll by the second, right? This is something unprecedented. This is something that's never been done, and ZBCN is the only project that I know of right now that has a crypto coin that's doing it. Of course, as crypto matures, there's going to be competitors that come up, drop tokens, but right now ZBCN is the king of payroll in Web3. The bear case, based on our model, is a 36x in the next 3 to 5 years, a $10 billion market cap, and this is conservative. This is, predicting that ZBCN can get 500 enterprise clients. Base case, 54x, right? $15 billion market cap. This is 2,000 enterprise clients, a targeted price of 17 cents. Then you got the bull case, which is a 72x, but this is complete market dominance, 10,000 plus enterprise clients, and we're looking at a price target of about 23 cents, right? Key metrics based on the monthly payroll that we've seen, right? The monthly payroll stats that we see. Our model is predicting 500K targeted users by 2026. Again, very conservative. 100 plus Fortune 5,000 clients. Again, very conservative. Annual transaction value, 10 billion. I'm really not going to get into the annual burn rate because I'm not burns, whatever, man. I've been into burn, but when you get into crypto been in crypto a long time, burns don't really mean anything. It is what it is, right? You guys can have your opinion on burns. I don't want to get into that. So why is Zebec groundbreaking, right? This is the main thing. This is the first Web3 company to solve a 950 trillion problem that affects every worker on earth. And I've broken it down to make it easy for you. So this is the traditional way, right, that payroll payments go, right? You work 2 weeks, you get paid in 2 weeks, right? You work 30 days, you get paid in 30 days, salary, whatever, right? Money sits in the banks for weeks, tons of paperwork and delays based on payroll, ADP. International payments take 3 to 7 days. This is the remittance market, another market that Zebec is targeting. High fees eat up your money. Result, your money is trapped, right? Zebec is providing a solution, right? You work 1 second, you get paid by the second. Every time that your timestamp is logging by the second, you get paid by the second. According to ZBCN's utility and use case. Money flows automatically. Everything happens directly on your phone. No need for a bank or third party. Send money anywhere instantly. Almost zero fees. Results, your money flows like water. How Zebec works is very simple. Employer sets up, company puts salary into Zebec's system. Very simple. Like putting the money in a smart piggy bank. Every second you work, money automatically flows into your wallet. So they do payroll, spend instantly. If you get the Zebec card, on top of the payroll being ushered by Zebec, well, you can use the card and spend your earnings anytime and anywhere. Why is this happening, right? What is the why? 3 massive trends that are colliding to make this inevitable. Technology is ready. Blockchain can handle millions of transactions per second at almost zero cost. It just like, guys, would you see what's happening in AI? Like, you almost got to be a complete, like you got to live under a rock if you're not having any type of allocation to something that's in the crossroads of artificial intelligence, right? I mean, it's the #1 niche. It's the home run niche. It's the you gotta have it in your portfolio type of investment, not financial advice. Governments approve. Regulations are being created to make crypto payments legal and safe worldwide. World demands it. Remote work and global economy need instant borderless payments right now, right? Simple math, just to make, and again, when I see the negative comments, I'm like, guys, are you not paying attention? Do you not understand what you're holding? Do you not understand that this requires patience, and this is an industry, right, that transcends any and everything? This is one of the tokens that probably has the most potential to do something crazy like XRP, just because of the market that it is in. Everybody works, right? Every company on earth needs payroll. 300 million plus companies. Every worker wants faster payments. 3 billion workers. Zebec is the first to solve this. It's just a massive opportunity, potential to become worth 10 to 20 billion, like we've seen from the rivals and competitors. Now, my model says this will definitely happen, which is crazy. I don't want to say definitely. I don't like to say definitely on anything, but I'm going to say why there's a possibility that will happen, right? 11,700 people are already getting paid this way through Zebec. 43 million flowing monthly. This isn't a theory. It's happening now. You can go check it out yourself. This is happening now, right? Again, if you got to pause the video and check out the monthly report, this is happening now. Perfect timing. Excuse me. Companies love it. 230 companies already use Zebec because it saves them money and makes employees happy. More are joining every month. Global reach. Works in 97 countries already. No other company has built this worldwide infrastructure for instant payments. None. Huge investors, companies like Coinbase and Circle, have invested 35 million because they see the massive potential. Perfect timing. Right when the world needs the most remote work, inflation, economic uncertainty, people need better financial tools. Network effect. The more people who use it, the more value it becomes, like how Facebook got bigger as more friends join. It's very simple. It's simple. I've made the connection like for something like YouTube, right? YouTube, you get paid every month. Subnet 93 on BitTensor, you get paid every day. You get what I'm saying? So if you ask me what's better, I'm going to choose the decentralized, right? I'm going to choose the decentralized payment opportunity or option, right? Because I get my money in real time. I'm working in real time. I think I deserve to get my money in real time. I know there's a lot of people that think like this. So it's a network effect. The more people that use it, the more value it becomes, like how Facebook got bigger as more friends join. Bottom line, Zebec is fixing something that affects every worker, every working person on earth. They're the first to actually build it, prove it works, and scale it globally. When something this important gets solved by the right team at the right time, it doesn't just succeed, it becomes inevitable. This is like investing in email when everyone was using fax machines. I'm going to close out the video with this, guys. And again, let me know how you feel about this utility and use case. This has to be one of the best utility and use case in the entire crypto space. For all the people that say, oh, crypto don't have a use, this is probably, and it's got to be top 5 in utility and use case, something that can be used each and every day and implemented into humanity. And this is why my resolve stays strong with the Zebec and why I think it's criminally undervalued. I'm gonna leave you this COO talking, guys. Let me know in the chat what you think about Zebec, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Zebec is not a quick DeFi play from 2021. We are in the early stages of trying to reinvent an $11 trillion industry. I like to think we've achieved a lot in a very short period of time, and a lot of the work that we're doing right now involves putting together the strategic puzzle pieces needed to lay the groundwork for the future financial ecosystem that Zebec is building. So when I refer to these puzzle pieces, what am I talking about? Well, for one, our partnerships with leading infrastructure providers across crypto as well as TradFi. Companies like JP Morgan, MasterCard, Solana, Stellar, and of course, Circle. The second puzzle piece is what I would call our acquisition strategy. So we've made 4 acquisitions in our short history as a company, of course, PayBridge and School Payroll, and most recently, the acquisitions of GateKnox and ScienceCard, 2 leading technology firms here in Europe. And then the third pillar is our strategic hires and advisors. So we've brought a number of new members onto the core team, mostly focused on engineering and product, as that is our #1 priority as a company. So going back to my point earlier, we are in a multi-year process here of building the future of finance. And of course, you can't do it without great people.